Hey guys, Calvin from the Coaching Company New Zealand. I'm on finding part numbers and showing people how to find their own part numbers yet again. Right, this website, you need an invite, so find me on Facebook, find me on email, Google me, whatever. Make a login, send me a login, and ask for a invite to Toyota DIY. I'll get that sorted. Right, this time we're looking for I thought it was fuel pump relay, actually. It's not. He wants an EFI relay part number. Piece of cake. He did give me a VIN number. So we're going in a different way to find the car that he's looking for. I believe that is the right one. 10th month of 93 Lexus LS400 UCF 10. Let's see what we're going to find here. Now I am signed in, so I've got pictures. What I'm going to do, and I'm going to go into electrical, and I'm going to flick down to electronic fuel injection. And I'm just looking at the ECU number. 50160 and 50210. I'm going to extend this a little bit. Right, let's go find the main EFI relay part number. And I happen to be on the right page. Look, computer relay computer for EFI. Okay. Now I'm going to, there it is there, located in the front hinge box, so it actually shows where it is if you want to use it properly. And I'm just going to grab that number and I copy it. Let's go. Should we try Rock Auto? Should we just try general Google search? Right, general Google search comes up with main relays. Okay, I would be heading for a genuine one. So we've got these $8 ones, and then we've got Toyota parts deal, genuine, proper, normal website is $8. So you've got eBay's $20. It's probably cheaper to get one from Toyota parts deal or one of the online dealers. George Toyota, $8. Well, that's US, not bad. Rock Auto, and so that is the part number for the EFI relay. It's coming up the right picture, 90987020004. I'm going to search today. There we go. There we go. We got a $4 one, $11.13, and a 15. That's in New Zealand dollars though. Okay, so it's like $10 US. Because I'm in New Zealand, Rock Auto brings it up in New Zealand dollars, thanks to the fact that we now have to pay GST on our overseas purchases for larger companies that comply. Okay, that gives us a fairly good one. I'm going to just poke it in here and watch how many cars. Hey, who's messaging me? It's 9:15 at night. I'm going to put some more little ticks here. Search again. This is how many cars use that main relay. So if you're going down to the breaker's yard and you're looking for a second-hand one, or you at the wrecker's yard and you just thought you should get a spare, look at all these cars that take them. Okay, it's a very, very common relay and a lot of Toyotas, and that's why when you go to the dealers through the dealer network, it's very, very cheap. I fired the part number into this place. I've got a few bits from over that way. Every now and then there's some stuff we can't get here. $9.11, genuine Toyota from a Toyota dealer. It's got an 8.3, which is really interesting because the 8 83 designates that 84 is a rebuilt one. What is an 83? Now, these are good questions. Just give me a moment. Righto. I'm actually not sure what the 83 means. I don't know whether it is an older part that's been superseded or it's been replaced or a sourced locally part. This one's interesting. This is a Lexus, genuine Lexus parts, $11.84. There's the part number I popped in, but it's also got some supersessions as well and other numbers that can be used, which is also really helpful when you're looking for these sorts of parts, that there are other items that can be used. And the same there, it's $11.84. That's in American dollars for the genuine items. It's a cheap item, and they have them available. You can go through and find a dealer close to you, or you do have that option of that aftermarket. But for the money, I would probably go with the genuine one where I can. Now, while we're here, we're going to look at a couple of other relays. So we've got the main EFI relay. There it is. There's the main EFI relay. But let's look at the fuel pump relay, shall we? Because it's kind of interesting on this one. A fuel pump relay assembly and circuit opening relay assembly. So if you've watched my video on fuel pump circuits, you will know that the EFI relay feeds the circuit opening relay, which goes through the fuel pump resistor. This one's funny because it actually lists the resistor. And then the fuel pump relay actually then feeds the fuel pump the full 12 volts. Okay, let me see. I think what we need to do here, I'm going to go to this cross reference. We don't need this cross reference anymore, and I'm just going to throw in a part number 89661-5010 100. Yeah, let's go 100. That's going to be a JDM Celsius. Actually, we'll go back further. No, we're going to go for a US LS400. Now, that's the first series of ECU in the UCF10. North American. We go in here. These are our two computer numbers. But that doesn't work for me. It actually brings up, this is where the site goes a bit funny, okay, because it's actually jumped me back into that UCF10 again. Okay, so that second generation, that second ECU, it's not a matching ECU, and this is where you have to be really careful. It's actually got a fuel pump assembly, relay assembly here. Look at this. So I would need to just give me a moment. I'm going to go see if that Celsius one's going to work, eh? Because we've changed ECU series. And that one works. And that's one of the little anomalies with the site that you can get caught out on. But look at this. We now have a relay for the EFI. That's the same one as the later model ECU. We then have a circuit opening relay, which you can see here is located beside the ECU in the cabin of the car. Okay, and then we have a fuel pump relay over there, and we probably should have a fuel pump resistor, but it isn't showing it in this section of the Toyo DIY. It's somewhere else again. I'm going to go back to the other one and show. So this one's definitely the twin relay setup. So it's got the two relays. But that 93, 94, late 92 they started. 92, so 93, 94 ECU doesn't have those twin relays. We'll find it. Let me show you. Alright, so we've got 89. so it's the 12th month of 89 onwards. This is the production. I click the little next here, and it brings up this little picture. And look, we've got a fuel pump control ECU that's located in the boot of the car, in the trunk, which is really easy, interesting that you call it a trunk, because an elephant's trunk's at the front. You know, we don't. It's got a tail at the back and a trunk at the front, but a car's got the boot at the bonnet. Oh no, the hood at the front and a trunk at the back. But you'll see here it says 92, the 8th month of 92 onwards, that it runs a fuel pump computer. And I'm pretty sure this is the same one. And I go, but this one's got, where are we? Are we on the right one? No, that's the Celsius. And the problem here a little bit, guys, is because that UCF10 ran across those years, and sometimes it doesn't define. It doesn't definitively state when one ECU starts and when the other finishes, and there is a bit of blending in these cars on which model where they are around the world. Okay, so when I'm saying it's this year on, which is their 8th month of 92, it swapped over to an ECU, and that's in that model right there, the AEPGKA. And so we just have to be careful that in that submodel is the year it changed over from the earlier ECU to the second ECU that runs the fuel pump controller as well. So no fuel pump relays in this model of car, and that's the one that I'm answering the questions on, I should say. And if I chuck that in a Google search, we should have a picture of it. Ta-da-da! We've got some pictures of a fuel pump controller from an LS 400. Okay, and so there's one with the part number showing on it, So no fuel pump relays in those cars. And guess what? Those fuel pump controllers are going bad. So watch that for that as well as on those particular motor vehicles. Right, part numbers done. Pretty simple. We actually answered the question really early and we started rambling. But I like all these details. And also, hopefully by this point, guys, you've worked out that how I'm using the website, how to find parts a little bit. And I'm going to do a few more. I'm just going to keep ramming at home. So I've got lots of videos showing guys how to use these websites and find these part numbers and get on better. And if anyone knows what that 83 is, I would love to know. I suspect it's like sourced locally, or it's been changed to another equivalent part nowadays. Or it's a Toyota remake of an original part that's supplied as a superseded number, possibly. 84 I know is a refab, so that's like a rebuild or a refab part. And often those 2 extra numbers on the end are colour. So, I'd love to know what an 83 is. Hope that's been helpful, and we'll talk to you soon. Catch you later.